At some point in your 20s, you blinked, and 3 years were gone, and everyone around you nodded like that was totally normal, and it isn't. It really isn't. When you were 8, a single summer felt longer than the last 5 years of your adult life combined. And that's not nostalgia. That's your brain doing something genuinely disturbing. Your brain doesn't measure time by the clock, it measures it by how many new things it had to process. And childhood is basically all new things, constantly, every single day. Every first time you do something, your brain has to build a whole new memory structure for it, which takes cognitive effort, and that effort is what makes time feel slow and rich and full. But the second time, the brain goes, oh, I've got a template for this. So it stops paying attention, runs the cached version, files it as Tuesday, and that's basically the rest of your life. This is called habituation, and it means your brain is literally compressing routine experiences into almost zero memory, which is efficient, and also why your 30s disappear. The commute you've done 500 times registers as basically nothing in memory. The lunch you eat at the same desk every day leaves almost no trace. Your brain just stops writing it down. And when you look back later, there's just nothing there. A whole year of your life and your brain filed it as one beige Tuesday. And that Tuesday is indistinguishable from 400 other Tuesdays. Now add dopamine. Because of course, dopamine is involved in everything terrible about modern life. And what dopamine does to time perception is particularly nasty. High dopamine states make time feel slower, you're fully present. Everything feels vivid, you're actually here, and low dopamine states make time feel like it's already gone before you noticed it. And modern life has basically engineered a low dopamine baseline for most people. The phone delivers cheap hits constantly, so the brain stops producing anticipation, which is where the richness was. So you're getting stimulation constantly, but experiencing almost none of it. Which sounds like a paradox, but it's just Tuesday. Just every day. Just the rest of your life probably. There's also the proportional theory, which is the dark one, which says that time feels faster because each year is a smaller fraction of your total life lived so far. When you were 5, 1 year was 20% of your entire existence. Enormous. Basically infinite, and at 40, it's 2.5%, a rounding error. Statistically nothing. And that means every year forward feels objectively shorter than the last one. Mathematically, unavoidably, with no way around it. Which is a fun thing to think about at 3 a.m. So what actually makes time feel longer and richer? New experiences, full stop. Your brain has to work hard, and when it works hard, it writes more memory, and more memory means more subjective time. Which is why travel feels so long when you're there and so short in retrospect. While you're there, everything is new, and the brain is writing constantly, and then you compress it into a highlight reel afterward. And this is why people who do new things constantly report that their lives feel longer and denser in retrospect. The problem is, modern life is specifically designed to eliminate novelty, because novelty is inefficient. Same commute. Same job, same lunch, same screen, same algorithm, feeding you the same kind of content you already consumed yesterday. The algorithm specifically figures out exactly what you already like and serves you more of that, which feels good in the moment and is indistinguishable from eating the same meal every day for a decade. And attention is the other half of this. When you're fully paying attention, time expands. When you're half distracted, it collapses. And most people are half distracted basically every waking moment now. There's a study where people who checked their phone constantly reported the same period of time as significantly shorter. And that study was done in 2014, which feels like it was last year, or maybe 8 years ago. Impossible to tell. Stress also compresses time retrospectively. High-stress periods leave fewer distinct memories, because your brain is in threat response mode, not memory encoding mode. So entire anxious years just vanish. Which means a hard year, a year of anxiety, uncertainty, grinding through something difficult actually leaves you with less memory of it afterward, not more, which feels like the universe is trolling you personally. So here's where we are. Your brain compresses routine, eliminates boring repetition, shrinks under stress, gets less dopamine from anticipation, and the proportional math gets worse every year. It all stacks. And the truly fun part is that the more you think about time passing, the more you notice it, and noticing it doesn't slow it down. It just adds anxiety on top of the speed, which speeds it up further. The practical advice everyone gives you is, do new things, be present, put the phone down, which is correct and also roughly as useful as telling someone drowning to try swimming. Because novelty takes effort, and effort is exactly what a brain running on autopilot doesn't want to spend. So the same brain that's making your life feel short is also actively resisting the fix. Some researchers think the feeling of time acceleration is a modern phenomenon, specifically that pre-industrial people with varied seasonal lives didn't experience it the same way, and their weeks were probably actually distinguishable from each other, which means we built an entire civilization optimized for efficiency and convenience, and it accidentally made time itself feel like it's running out faster, and nobody put that in the brochure. The irony is that the most time-rich periods of your life were also the most uncomfortable. New job, new city, new relationship, Everything unfamiliar and hard, and your brain absolutely saturated with input. And the most time-poor periods are the comfortable ones. Everything familiar. Nothing hard, totally fine, totally safe. Nothing being written down. The years just quietly compressing into nothing behind you. So comfort costs time and discomfort buys it, which is either a profound insight or the universe's way of telling you that nothing good comes without a tax. There's also evidence that being fully absorbed in something flow state, deep work creates rich retrospective memory, even though it feels fast in the moment. So that one's actually good news. The brutal summary is, your life will feel longer if you stay curious, uncomfortable, and present, and shorter if you stay comfortable, distracted, and efficient. And modern society is specifically built around the second option. Nobody is coming to fix this for you. The algorithm will keep optimizing for engagement. The routine will keep compressing, and time will keep accelerating. And knowing that doesn't help at all. Sorry. The only real move is to go do something unfamiliar today. Something slightly hard and slightly awkward. Not because it'll fix time, but because at least that Tuesday will be in the filing cabinet when you go looking.